Hey, what's up, YouTube? All right, so today's pair is as you can see, the early 2000s box style. This is not the original box, but it's from the same year, 2001. Thought I'd put them in this. Get right into the shoes. Boom. As you can see, some Air Force Ones. These are the Air Force One Troopers from 2001. There was an Air Force One Trooper, pretty much the same shoe, from 2003, but I think that was limited to Japan or somewhere in Asia, so they're a little harder to find, but these ones are the ones that released in the US and maybe the UK, I think just the US, but yeah, 2001. They are obviously a canvas Air Force One. One of my favorite Air Force Ones all around. Let me get this guy in there. They just, the quality on these is so nice, and just the colorway. I love that kind of, the desert boot colorway here. I feel like these can go with so many different clothes. You can match them with so many different things. They're pretty versatile. You can kind of wear them with whatever. But yeah, so these are obviously dead stock. Not my size, unfortunately. Wish they were. Still looking for my size. These are size 10. So we'll focus in on that. There we go. Size 10. And what is that? 1801. And the factory is the HJ factory in China. And yeah, so that means that these came from kind of what's considered like the best factory for Air Force Ones as far as quality goes. The Air Force Ones that came out of that factory were much higher quality than other factories, and from what I know, it sounds like they were only produced in that factory from 1998 to 2001, maybe 2002. But not all of them were, but the ones that came out of that factory, you can really tell the difference. There's just much better quality as far as shape goes, construction, and certain details like the toe box. So let's focus back on that. It's got the nice rounded toe box. The midsole is a different material. It feels more contoured, like more molded, and the tread pattern is this, kind of more taller tread pieces. They're taller, they're more defined, and the rubber is like a stickier rubber. There's a few different things with it, but yeah, the HJ factory in China definitely had some. They almost feel just more like handmade. Is the easiest way to put it. The other ones are, not as nice. But there's a few different factories that made them up. But yeah, so these ones were the HJ factory, so kind of the best factory, and I think that's kind of what contributes to how nice they are. There's, obviously a cool colorway too, but yeah, I'm gonna do another video on kind of the different factories and differences and why it matters, but just an overview of those. Yeah, the canvas they used to use in these old ones was so nice. It's like soft. It keeps its shape, but it's not like stiff and hard. Like you can tell once you break these in, it's gonna mold right to your foot. it's gonna like bend with your foot. There's not a bunch of extra space. It's not gonna get that banana crease that you get nowadays where the front of the shoe is like bending upwards and it looks all bulky. These just really look more form-fitting, I guess you could say. But yeah, so with the shoe, it's an all canvas upper here, and then we got not a suede. This is kind of more of a felt. Not a super nice material by any means. You know, soft, kind of like a soft felt. What you get on a lot of like Nikes nowadays, which is fine. You know, the whole shoe, the canvas is really good quality. So you know, this doesn't have to be. You know, this fits in well, but it would have been cool if this was like an actual suede or like a nubuck, but it's pretty much like just a felt. I don't know why this is struggling to focus. And yeah, canvas upper, got kind of like a nylon or mesh lining. And yeah, the inside is just that soft kind of plush fabric that they used to use. Really feels really comfortable. And then the Nike Air there. Can't really tell what color that is. It's almost like it's an interesting color. But yeah, I forget the actual color on this. It might be olive or I forget, but it's pretty much around the whole shoe. Insole, inner lining, tongue. What's nice about the tongue, inside the tongue you actually have that same fabric too, that's that kind of plush fabric that, you know, coats the inner lining. So definitely a lot of detail. The laces are also unique. They're kind of like the you know, a little bit fancy. I forget what they call these, but the more like rounded tubular lace style. You do have the toe box swoosh there, and these are nice. This person, whoever, I got these a while ago from somebody who I just kept them, and they've had this, you know, they've had them tied real tight, and you can tell they haven't been tried on or anything, you know. So the shoe has really kept its, you know, kept its shape. It's not all like spread apart or like widened out. Canvas probably helps with that, you know, it keeps its shape in storage for longer than like, say, leather, where you'll get more like creases or, you know, stuff from just handling them. But yeah, these are definitely a nice, one of my favorite Air Force Ones. The sole is pretty much standard. And the back side, you have just the swoosh with the air. And as usual, the left shoe is like, I don't know why, but the left shoes are always, they always look better. They're like constructed better. It's like, I don't know, I pretty much 90% of my Nikes are like this. The right one is nice, but there's a, you know, oftentimes you get a little bit more of like a rounded upward in the front. It's weird. It's they must be produced at different parts of the factory, or I'm not sure, but this one looks pretty good, but you do have a little, some of this creasing here is just from in the box, but you have kind of like a little bit of a, you know, wasn't stitched right there, so it's not showing up too well on the camera, but you can definitely see it in person. Yeah, it comes up like it wasn't stitched right there, but this one's fine. Good quality. A little bit of a on the toe. It was kind of not aligned all the way. A little bit unaligned there, but yeah, pretty much the same thing. No yellowing on these. No. Eventually the bottom, you can kind of see it a little bit. It'll start to get kind of a yellowish hue to it, just the rubber in time. But yeah, these still feel very wearable. Really wish they're my size. Unfortunately, they're not. If you have a size 12 or an 11 and a half, definitely holler at me. I would love to take a look at them. But yeah, it's pretty much the whole shoe, just an Air Force One. Not a lot to it, but simple, classic, clean colorway. One thing that's also, I forgot to mention, unique about these is the kind of sets these apart from some of the other Air Forces. There's just tons of padding in here. For some reason with these troopers, they gave a lot of padding. It's just like I'm not sure if you can pick it up, but they yeah, they're very padded. So, but yeah, definitely a top 5 all-time Air Force One for me. It's just a clean colorway, simple, but yeah, I don't think they retroed these at all. Be cool if they did them to this exact styling, but one more time. Trooper Air Force One. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a nice day, and I should be posting a bunch more videos soon, so check those out.